Anyway, I still like your wig. I like your wig. It's a good wig. Whoa! Whoa! He was plump and healthy. He had rosy cheeks. Our Ethiopian rapist man, and he's now on the loose in London. Now it's Saturday night. Just imagine all the men and women, young men and young women, getting dressed up, getting dolled up, ready for a night out in London. And
This isn't one of those internet scuttlebutts. The news about the Muslim rapist is just as real as the corrupt bureaucrats that accommodate people like him, and the failure that makes you wonder how systems meant to protect us can accidentally do the exact opposite. When Charlie Veitch confronted the story of a violent migrant whose release was caused by human error, what he dug up was a government mess that cost public trust and sparked intense outrage.
Well. Almost like a Black Mirror episode. A migrant sex attacker, the migrant sex attacker that sparked off nationwide protests, riots almost, and many arrests of normal, ordinary British people. The very migrant, the Ethiopian who was convicted of attacking a 14-year-old girl.
Now, let's ground this in what actually happened. An Ethiopian national named Hadush Gebrselassie Kabatu was jailed in September 2025 for sexually assaulting a 14-year-old girl and a woman after arriving in the UK by small boat and living in asylum accommodation.
He, through mistake, human error, blunders, instead of being sent to a detention center pre-deportation, he was not only released out onto the street, he was given £76 to say, sorry, we got to make you feel welcome. Of course it was a mistake, but what a mistake.
That alone was enough to trigger protests outside the Bell Hotel in Epping and across the country as local communities reacted to the crime.
In Ireland that have escaped so many of the social terrors that the government has imposed upon the people. And it's that ageless, timeless nastiness of urban elites, urban political elites, liberal political elites, not giving two shits, not giving any two hoots about ordinary, native, working class British people, to the point where, thank you, they really don't care if it's Nigel, your neighbour, or whoever, or some strange names from the other side of the world and from other cultures that may not be, maybe not be compatible with the British ways. Just import them in. Just help them out. We won't even talk about this ridiculous scheme. I've not even looked into it because it sounds so pathetic. One in, one out. One in, one out, migrants back to France. The first migrant that they deported back to France, do you know what he did? Came back the next day on a rubber dinghy. He's back in England. So the government gives it the talk now because they're going to lose the next election. I don't think the British public are going to fall for the conservative, Labour, centrist, urban elite hating the working classes anymore. So you've got Keir Starmer. You've got the Home Secretary. She is the head of MI5 and MI6, which is the British FBI and British CIA. She's in charge of them. Her name's Shabana Mahmood. She is of Pakistani descent. She has also stated on video.
Now here's the part that feels straight out of a surreal script. Instead of being transferred from HMP Chelmsford to an immigration detention center for deportation, Kabatu was wrongly released from prison on a Friday morning due to a processing error. The prison staff mistakenly treated him as a routine release rather than someone awaiting deportation, and with that mistake came a £76 discharge grant and a full walk out of the gate.
Reminds me of an episode of The Day Today with Chris Morris, Channel 4, when it had balls. When they decided to fire a violent, vicious paedophile into space to live out the rest of his life alone on a capsule, and they accidentally placed an 8-year-old boy in the capsule with them. And the British Space Agency said, this is precisely the very last thing we wanted to happen. Now, in terms of stupidity, error, computer glitches, I don't see how it could get any worse. I mean, what next? Murderers going to get released? Other rapists? It makes you wonder. And it's going to rhyme. It makes you wonder how many blunder. It makes you wonder just how many blunders the government is carrying on. And this is the same government that is really masturbating vigorously about digital ID. ID cards. Show me your pay.
Yes, that means a convicted sex offender was allowed to walk free instead of being handed over to immigration enforcement. That's exactly why police launched a multi-force manhunt, urging the public to help locate him while authorities scrambled to fix what shouldn't have been allowed to happen in the first place. Now here's where it gets even stranger. After about 48 hours at large, reportedly seen traveling on trains and spotted in London, he was rearrested and later deported back to Ethiopia.
And we know it's a corrupt piece of shit way to just control people. They can switch you off. You've used too much carbon, switch him off. He's not done this, he's not done that, switch off his ID. Can't stay in a hotel. It's like the Chinese social credit system. And the very same government that wants digital ID did a computer error allowing a recently convicted rapist. And a big manhunt is underway.
And according to government sources, in order to secure his departure without legal delays, officials even paid him a £500 discretionary payment, an operational move to avoid him fighting his removal in court. It's the part that shocks most people, not just the crime, but the blunder that followed.
Is underway. They say he's in London somewhere, finding a needle in a haystack. I was going to crack a joke about light bulbs, but no, I'll probably get banned if I crack that joke. He's not Somali. He's Ethiopian. Now, forgive me for being a child of the 1980s. I thought Ethiopians were starving skeletal figures, but he looks very well fed. And I wonder where he got the money from to get very... Oh yeah, taxpayer. Oh yeah, the taxpayer.
When Charlie confronts this story on camera, he's not manufacturing drama. He's pointing to a systemic failure that saw a dangerous criminal briefly at liberty due to administrative error. That's not Black Mirror. That's real life, and it raises questions about public safety, prison processing standards, and how easily systems can break when oversight falters.
Her Islamic faith is the most important thing in her life to her. Most important thing. Not king and country, not the British people. Her faith. Now, not going to go into conspiracy theory here, but let me just say that if you are going to be in charge of the British security services, when it's public knowledge that 90 to 95% of the extremist terrorist threat in this country is of an Islamic flavor. I don't know, man. Doesn't sit right when the person in charge of keeping you safe may or may not have sympathy towards those who wish to do you really extreme harm, like really demonic extreme harm. Now, don't get me wrong. There are fantastic Muslims up and down the country, fantastic ones. Zia Yusuf, the chairman of Reform, he appears to be a very good Muslim. So maybe, if you put two and two together, the cure to extremism is wealth. It's making a bit of money. Get a few shekels in, or rials, or whatever, Turkish lira, whatever. Because when you see exchange students from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Bahrain, Dubai, they seem pretty chill. I've met them in Manchester, Leeds, London. They're always curious. Oh, you're doing a YouTube video. Cool. They've got their mustaches. They've got the way they dress. And because they are very...
What's next? Enhanced release checks are now being rushed into policy to prevent repeats, and authorities insist this was a rare mishap. But with prisoner release errors rising across England and Wales, It's clear people won't forget this anytime soon.
The taxpayers who pay tax. Did I see an aircraft? Was that a UFO? Well, yeah, it was a flying object that appeared, a little white thing, and I couldn't identify it. But he was plump and healthy. He had rosy cheeks, our Ethiopian rapist man. And he's now on the loose in London. Now, it's Saturday night. Just imagine all the men and women, young men and young women, getting dressed up, getting dolled up, ready for a night out in London. And it's dangerous enough, but the government's releasing convicted rapists onto the streets. It's like Monty Python meets Black Mirror meets Channel 4 Jam, Channel 4 The Day-to-Day Chris Morris sketch. I think our
Plenty of such immigrant issues abound in the UK, and they often lead to lawbreakers exploiting legal loopholes with impunity, a very serious threat to dozens of citizens. Little wonder why Charlie confronted this Muslim immigrant on the street.
Why should people convert to Islam?
You should not have bodyguards if you're not a Brit. Why are you arresting people? Well, you got 2 bodyguards.
You're saying I don't need bodyguards?
I want no bodyguards.
Dude, you've got Muslim privilege. You don't need bodyguards. You got Muslim privilege. I'm only a white boy in a woke country. No, I'm only a white boy. I don't have privilege like you. Anyway, God bless you, Usman. All the best.
Money, yeah? Don't sell your soul for money.
Usman, why can't you do it without the insults, mate?
Don't sell your soul for money.
Anyway, how old was your prophet's wife, mate?
Don't sell your soul for money.
All right, yeah. What?
The angry Muslim man praised Islam, passionately defending his faith, admitting that Muslims love death as others love life, a fearless devotion to Allah. But what if his rhetorics are just a cover-up? That's why Veitch says something unexpected next.
My face, man.
Hey, good luck in Europe, my friend. Good luck in Europe. Good luck in Europe. Usman, we were cool, but you can't help the insults. You're jealous. Envy's not allowed. It's haram. Envy's haram.
Coming from someone who doesn't believe that there is one God. You believe in a Trinity. You believe in 3 gods. I believe in one God.
You believe in
my God's more powerful than your God, mate.
So did your God die on the cross?
Yes.
Yeah.
Rose up again. And rose up again.
My God never married children. My God never married children. My God never married kids. Anyway, Usman, you were so cool until the personal insults.
Yet, such verbal sparring between Charlie and the fanatic man pales in comparison to outright hostility in his subsequent encounter.
Lionist, he sports lionist.
But why you attack me every time? You should forgive me. Show me mercy.
He's a racist. He thinks it's okay to kill Palestinians.
I don't think that.
I heard him say it.
I don't think that.
I heard him say that.
Anyway, I'm trying to Ibrahim. Why? What's wrong? Anyway.
You're a Zionist, you're a racist, and that's why you've assaulted a lot of people. Don't listen to him.
Are we going to be friends now, or what?
You are a Zionist, a racist.
Okay, but can we be friends?
Veitch approached another Muslim for a handshake, only to be rebuffed as dirty. But the man doesn't stop there. He goes on to use more derogatory racist language on him. Then, as though that wasn't bad enough, he resorts to outright violence.
Don't be a friend.
Please, hold my hand, hold my hand.
Touch me, your dirty hand.
Come on, man. I'm a good guy. I'm a believer, like you.
No, you're not a believer. You're a Zionist.
I am. I'm not, I'm not even Jewish. I'm not even Jewish.
I know you're Brazilian, Christian, Zionist,
anyway.
racist.
I still like your wig. I like your wig. It's a good wig. Whoa!
This open display of hostility and aggression fits directly into what Charlie has been saying earlier about cultural incompatibility.
I understand.
And that's why you've assaulted a lot of people.
Are we going to be friends now, or what?
You are a Zionist, a racist.
Okay, but can we be friends?
No, I don't be friends.
Please, hold my hand.
Don't touch me, your dirty hand.
Come on, man. I'm a good guy. I'm a believer.
No, you're not a believer. You're a Zionist.
I'm not even Jewish. I'm not even Jewish.
I know you're Brazilian, Christian, Zionist, racist.
I still like your wig. I like your wig. It's a good wig. Whoa! Whoa! Did you see that? Kicking me? Whoa! You don't have to fight, guys. Come on. Thank you, Peacemaker. Thank you. I understand.
It reflects the concerns he often raises when talking about Muslim rape cases and grooming scandals, which he believes point to deeper problems in everyday public life.
The last thing they want to do is to shake the apple cart. Hey, Van. You are gay, says the graffiti. So, the fresh air gives me a chance to think about things. Being away from a city gives me the chance to think about things. And I don't think we're going to last another 3.5 years until the next general election. There's too much appeasement going on. There's too many people in the Labour government really trying to appease the rising extremist Islamism that we have in this country. And in the same month that 2 Jewish people were murdered by an Islamic terrorist at a synagogue in Manchester, we have the Home Secretary Shabana Mahmoud and Keir Starmer, Keir Stalin, Keir Jong-un visiting a mosque in a town called Peacehaven. Very peaceful. It's a mosque of peace in Peacehaven. Pledging another £10 million to improve security. And then we got that lady, that whistleblower, I forget her name, but she was in a meeting with a senior policeman, and they said that the biggest worry the police have are of people of the Islamic faith kicking off, getting angry and rioting. So when the police are scared of large groups of young angry men who, hello, look at that, another carload of viewers, good people. All the best, guys. This is Charlie Veitch. Take care.
Moments like these are typical of his confrontational style, and you know Charlie well enough. He thrives on chaos like this.